Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to configure a Route 53 record using a simple routing policy. So when you create a DNS record in Amazon Route 53, you select a routing policy, and it's this routing policy which determines how Route 53 will respond to DNS queries. One of them is a simple routing policy, which is the most basic routing policy. This is where you're routing to a single resource. For example, a single web server hosting your website. We'll start by launching an EC2 instance and installing a web server on it. Now, in this demo, a Route 53 hosted zone has already been created along with a registered domain name. Then we'll create an A record using a simple routing policy so we can map a friendly domain name to our web server. And finally, we'll test everything by accessing the website using the domain name instead of the public IP address. All right, let's jump into the AWS console. First, search for EC2 and click on Launch Instance. I will name the instance as Web01. For the AMI, I will stick with Amazon Linux. The instance type will be T3 Micro. And for this demo, I will continue without a key pair. Next, click on Edit in Network Settings section. Now, under the Firewall Security Groups section, I will keep Create Security Group selected to create a new security group. Let me scroll down. I will name the new security group as Web-DMZ. Under Inbound Security Group Rules section, you can see by default AWS adds an SSH rule, but we don't really need that here. Instead, I will allow HTTP traffic on port 80 so we can access the web server from a browser. I will change this from SSH to HTTP. Let me scroll down and expand advanced details, and I'll go all the way down. This is where we'll paste our Bootstrap script. This script is pretty simple. It updates the operating system, installs Apache HTTP daemon, creates a basic web page, starts the web server service, and makes sure the service starts automatically whenever the instance boots up. All right, let me go ahead and click on Launch Instance. Okay, the new instance has been created. Let me open it. You can see it's running. Let me go back to the previous tab. Let's open Route 53. I will ignore this warning message for now. Now go to Hosted Zones on the left side. Like I said, there's already a hosted zone that has been created for this demo. So I'm going to select that hosted zone. Inside it, you'll notice AWS has already created records like the SOA record and NS records automatically. So now we are going to create our own DNS record for the website. So I'm going to click on Create Record. For the record name, we can leave it blank if you want the root domain to point to the web server. But if you wanted a subdomain like finance or app, you could enter that here, but I'll keep it blank. And for record type, select A record. Now, an A record basically maps a domain name to an IPv4 address. So I'm going to select that. Okay, let's grab the public IP address from our EC2 instance. So I'm going to go back to EC2 tab and copy the public IPv4 address. Come back to Route 53 tab and paste that IP address into the value field. Scroll down and you'll see TTL, which stands for time to live. This controls how long DNS resolvers cache this record. We'll just leave it at the default value of 300 seconds. Now in routing policy section, you'll see multiple options like weighted, latency-based, failover, geolocation, and others. For this demo, we'll stick with simple routing policy. Okay, everything looks good. So I'm going to click on Create Records. All right, the record is now created. You'll see a message saying Route 53 will propagate the changes across AWS DNS servers, usually within about 60 seconds. So let me click on View Status. Once the status shows as in sync, we are good to test. Okay, I will click back. and copy the domain name, which is our A record. I'm going to open a new browser tab, paste it in, and hit enter. Click on continue to site. Now, if everything has worked properly, I should now see the website running from my EC2 instance using my domain name instead of the public IP address. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe. Now, if you want to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee using the link in the description, use the thanks button below, or support directly via PhonePe using the number on the screen. It really helps me keep making content like this. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.